the 11th of May, the eve of my birthday, and here are some quick updates. So for the past 30 days I have had a loan against this Shiboshi. This is the first time I borrow with the collateral of NFT. NFT fee has Shiboshis on their whitelist, so anybody can lend Ethereum against these whitelisted NFT collections, and it works. You can set your own terms, and then the lenders can offer you terms, and then you just accept them and so forth. So this one was 30% APR, and this is the original loan value I got, and here's the repayment after 30 days. So I'm now repaying this loan. Gas fees for the repayment are about $50. Hello, it is the 12th of May. Whoa, it has been rainy, gusty, windy, and sunny day, like all the seasons here in Finland. Though it is getting warm, it is the late spring, yet the spring is late here in Finland. The cherry blossom is yet just opening, and usually a year ago and the year before that, at this time the cherry garden was already in the fullest blossom at this time, but now it is just opening. What else? Well, at least you know, the markets have been making big moves. You know, it looks like red, but there are, you know, the gems which people may too quickly underestimate. There are those for them to pick who have what it takes, the guts, the absolute fearlessness. And if anyone suffers, you know, spiritual depression because of the stocks, whatever, it just means it means a lot. It means something unpredictable happened. Yet for me, I put myself accountable to the matter of fact that I am investing only with what I can forget, let them be there, and go back to my zen, and to utilize time. Meanwhile, I let the markets do their thing, and I'm into projects which however nevertheless are doing the innovation on the forefront for the people, for the decentralization, of our time, ultimately, essentially. In essence, the assets we manage, which we can own, they are somehow in manifold ways in relation to our time, since we get our freedom in relation to what we own. And well, there we receive and give, and then the community, the people are working together to, most importantly, to stay strong. Since I think, when something unpredictable happens, some algorithms, backfires, and it is at those times when the unity of the community, that they could together just bear through and have the patience to hold. That is one way to put it, since you own the assets which you own, and no one is going to take them away. As long as you stay strong, you keep holding. And those are the quality projects where you can think like that, and have the kind of peace of mind and so forth. Anyway, I'm going to check the Snaptrack. I have received actually 2 congratulation cards. Today is my birthday as well. As much as it's the day of the Finns, it is National Flag Day, and today the president and the prime minister announced that Finland is going to join NATO, the alliance. Anyway, so really quick, check the Snaptrack at the turn of the day during the eve. I just quickly did my story, quick update. Just there is actually the triangle of where attention is at the bottom, then there is interest on top, then credibility, then desire, and then action lastly. Remember, action is what matters after all. People may feel ups and downs, and according to those feelings they may say this and that, but after all, how they carry their thoughts through is what kind of action they are able and capable to make. If their thoughts don't carry on to actions, then those thoughts are not strong enough to motivate any kind of change to the nature after all. And even if somebody demands a change to way of thinking, there has to be good enough reasons so that way of new or fresh way of thinking carries through into actions, and from actions to the nature. Otherwise, if it doesn't, there was not the depth, the deepness, what it requires for the quality of the thoughts. Anyways, I rarely celebrate anything publicly, Who knows? They know. So, for the people, I, from the other snappers who had checked out my story, I added some people back. There were some old persons who I had some person who I had removed like half a year ago, because they oh, this was the case of this who we were having a good conversation or kind of conversation, but suddenly maybe their friend or something took their phone and started to type BS. I don't know if that's even true, but then it was kind of that kind of thing that nobody wouldn't say to anybody, especially to somebody that know. And then she had to apologize for that. But I added her back. Just it is birthday, and they have been, they have remained curious. So, uh, somebody just have been, snapping back and forth with somebody from the university I went to visit. So it is funny how we have been just snapping about mostly about grinding, grinding apps and that biceps and so forth. But also other, kind of leisure stuff because they are one of the groups who I haven't met, so they have been able to deliver some greetings and so forth. And anyways, I'm gonna check this message because I added this gal back, and she right away wrote some message. So just a question mark. Question mark. Of course, my heart is warmed by the people who are there, and after all, those who are able to show gratitude by their actions, be there, stay strong there, have the genuine intention to, connect up. They are the people I'm happy for and I feel gratitude for. They are the people I want to remember on these kind of rare occasions where I celebrate something. So shout out to everybody who have been part of this journey, and it is going to continue. We have so much adventures ahead. For all that, happy blossoming springful days with a your, and then it is summer. Every day of the spring is the reminder of the growth that we are going up. It is already the 13th of May. Yesterday I forgot to mention, well, I had a really good training, at the gym, having by side of my meditative thoughts, and I sent this kind of snap to two persons. Congratulations, whoever they were. The one, since he congratulated me, and the another one who, has been, this kind of on and off type, but they constantly, daily update their my stories, and I even without checking, I quest that what they have in their my story, so they had the snap me, that kind of message there. But from the gym, I sent to them that that birthday gym update as well, and then later, at night, I checked that person my story, and it was exactly that, posing out of mirror and snap me message there to whoever that was meant to. But now, when I check my story, back then they didn't, open it yesterday, but now they have replied with chat, but unfortunately I don't have right now time to check this because I gotta be out in 2 minutes, so check out later. Hello, hello. It is already the 14th of May. Life happened between. And, where were we? You know, it's cool to take risk, but it's not so cool to take too high risk, which one has not researched to the level where they should. Anyway, back to Snaptrack. Just that brought to mind that I'm used to, and it's a compliment to me that they want to test my composure, and it's cool that they would like to see how I keep my calm in midst of plausible rejection that they impose. And so far I have been completely heedless about their heedlessness. So I don't know if I release these extra special, vlog of connection people. I would say, but this is the living relation and passing distance. I do these vlogs to just exemplify those, normal conversations. It is not a big deal. It is just normal human being with other ones. So for all that, if I release the previous vlogs, and there is this one girl is like this girl is from a year ago already, being on and off type, and it's all good, life continues going forward, move on, moving on daily basis with the computer. But I won't, write any chat to this because of this again. But some voice chat is handy. No need to, ache my wrist bones anymore. That is the voice chat. I am here for a creative second at a time, and life goes forwards. Nonetheless, whatever, however, whoever choose to come along to create value by connecting up, and there is the creation of being valuable to other one to another, and it's a great adventure, also to see, how ones and the others, how ones are, moving forwards with the willingness to explore more, and the others are staying far beyond the distance, and at the same time they are counting on that all works out with time, and something magically happens, and that they can just watch from the sidelines. Meanwhile, as a daily reminder, life goes forwards, on a creative second at a time, creative minute at a time, where a minute where the eyes meet, and if there is more than meets the eye, if there is a connection, then I can see more than just the meets the eye. But so far I have had so good experiences only from the creativity within human connection. One of the funniest over the distance actually on Snap is a couple summers, is it 3 summers already, where I was just completely heedless about a person I met spontaneously from the trip, on the trip from a mall, and then we just connected very well in presence. We exchanged snaps, and I was just, at first it was, all cool and connected, two-way street, back and forth, but at some point they decided to be on the other side. They decided to be on the distance side and watch it from the sidelines. Yet I continued with the magical creative seconds just for to learn and develop the creativity from within, like I did, some. It went to just to the point where, you know, I came up with something and then just sang it to the snap by the voice chat and so forth. And then it was each time back below zero expectations. I didn't expect anything back, and they noticed it because they started to watch it from the sidelines, you know. And for me, it is that those who can listen, they participate. But those who cannot listen, I just stop talking to them. There is no connection. It was very clear to me that, I just keep doing this for creativity within. And it is always back to zero expectations each time when it's over distance. People choose to be there, but it doesn't bother me personally because I know they want to see the reaction, how I am so good with just going forward, life moves on, and keeping up the composure, you know. And there's so much fun from within if you can come from that perspective and attitude and stay true to the creativity that you are being into life. There is, as long as there is at least somebody watching, even it's one person, you know, twofold connection, they are getting value from it. From all those experiences, they are the kind of experiences who, especially this person, 3 summers ago, they check it every time, they know that they got new message from me, they checked it right away. It was so exciting. It was exciting for me as well, that creative journey. And they saved everything into the Snapchat. It is still there. They are still my friends, but zero expectations. And guess what? A month ago, during February, I met that person spontaneously on my way to mall, and I just exchanged that. They looked right into me. Or the meets the eye was so strong. They recognized me, and I just walked there and recalled the reminiscence. Do I recognize you? Are you the name of the person? You are the name of the person, yeah. And they were, and then I just exchanged for a minute. But she was with her friend, and her friend dragged her to the store because it was clear that her friend shied out from the absolute mutual confidence that was between us. And it was so funny to see that at the same time, her friend next to her, she kind of turned away while she was giving the fullest neutral, the natural connection involved with me. So her friend also looked up to her in a way that she would have never expected. I mean, her friend wouldn't have ever expected that kind of encounter, and it all happened in a minute. And then I said, I didn't even say anything, but I let them go. I continued straight forward to training, and it's again back to zero expectations, wherever they are, whoever, whatever, That is the creative second, when it's spontaneously there, when you can participate, when you can contribute value. Embrace the moment, embrace yourself, and seize the moment for them, for what you can be. Who knows? The answer is every time no, when you don't see, when you don't attempt to see where is the connection, how it goes forward. You don't know if you don't live up to it, if you don't live to the fullest. And just these spontaneous thoughts came to mind when I was about to check back to Snaptrack. So this girl with the chat is just another that kind of person who just pokes a app, like says hi, month after month, and entices in their My Story to participate, and then they, at the same time, simultaneously, they are on the sidelines because they are waiting for something magically to happen. If not that, they are waiting if the life continues with the composure of mind, the archetype of a man who can do it, who can make things happen. And then it is like that funny trending story I saw. It was probably a TikTok where a girl had been watching a boy for 5 years at the gym, and then one random Tuesday the girl goes up to the boy and grabs him like, now we are going home. Like, I don't know if that is true or not, but the story was told like that. So it is happening out there. It is happening right there, where people are just waiting on the sidelines for nothing, and then they suddenly find the confidence from within themselves to do something, go for action, and see what happens. That is very risky. That life actually goes that if you wait on the sidelines, you miss all the opportunities. And I can tell you this for sure. If whenever a human being is not able to open up their blue yonder, the open mind, in the moment when life is happening, if they cannot do that, they will miss, I would estimate, 99% of the best opportunities that is straight in the reach of their hand. They will miss them because those best opportunities requires you to be extra participating, extra contributing, extra giving in the moment. And if you can't, if you are holding back on the sidelines, in the shadows, and playing passive games, all those people who can't, they miss all the 99% of the best opportunities that are, or even more. Like it is like, it is all best opportunities, I would say. So the best are only for those who can participate, open their mind, and live from within the connection when it is in the presence, in the sight. Yeah. Anyways, time is up already. This kind of girl, who on the sidelines, and then they just enjoy watching the show of Creative Second, and then just one random day they respond with a chat after delaying answering for it like a day. Anyways, I cannot actually write a response to that. So because of this, but I will send a voice chat. So let's see what she got to. Moi. Again, it is hi. Moi moi. Sä voisit kokeilla jotain muuta. Siis mullehan seikkailumielisyys ja kokeiluhaluisuus on tärkeintä alkuun. Ja noi kirsikat alkaa olla just täällä parhaimmassa kukassa, niin mä menen kokeilemaan ensi viikolla just sitä kirsikkapuutarhaa tonne noin. That is it. Voice chat. And I basically say, they again come up with this like hi that they have been doing on Instagram as well until they asked my snap after I had removed them from the snap after half a year. But this is exemplifying the normal human connection. This is it. It is dealing with these uncertainties. It is dealing with the distance. It is dealing with the actual living relation in the presence. Without that, there is nothing. Without participation and contribution, there is nothing. Without good connection, there is nothing. I don't see anything else before I have seen that person in presence with good connection. Before that happens, there is absolute nothing for me. There had been nothing I have been seeing over the distance without that good connection. And I have lived by this philosophy I have discovered from the universe by living life, that it is good for my way of living, for my mental and physical health, to only embrace the good connections, the deep connections who are able and capable to value all that coming within the good, lovable, adorable, wonderful human connection. Yeah, and so I basically said she comes with a hi. Of course, it is invitation to talk. It's more direct because actually when I added her back, a week or two ago, again, then she began to post daily my stories with the selfies from the mirror, like, come snap me, and I just threw the creative seconds out there, and now she's back to her, automation of being in the distance and then coming up with a hi, hey. And this is just all telling about the personality, This is a lesson of personality, because what the fundamental level of your personality is where you go back to your automation. Where is your automation? There is your there it is. So it is this is huge learning curve for anybody who has the open mind to think about these wonders. And so I basically said to her that, hi, you could try something else than just hi, since for me at least the adventurous and experimental mindset are important, and the cherry garden is about to be in the finest blossom, so that is what I'm going to try out soon. Actually, on the Monday, now that it is Saturday, on Monday I'm going to cherry garden, and again there is the good event I tell for them, and then it is up to them how they can participate, how they are willing to see life happening in presence. If not, all good. Life goes forwards anyway. With these thoughts, woo. Hello, hello, good Sunday, the 15th of May. I'm using my right hand, although I'm left-handed. The coordination is, I'm getting used to it. So, where were we? Yesterday, I reached my gym guard for a month, and on the way out of the gym, it was kind of funny. It was cloudy, rainy, and sunny day all at the same time. So to me, I was in t-shirts and shorts. It was kind of funny because the weather was so rainy, and some footballer calls, they kind of made fun of me for kind of like, dude, you think it's summer already? Dude thinks it's summer already, I didn't heed, just continued my way to the gym. Funny calls though. And I did only leg training, but I noticed that there are so few machines, training exercise machines, which you can use only with the support of one hand. Like almost all machines, they need both hands for the support. And anyway, I did some inner thighs and legs machines, but I noticed that even those, they would be much better to do with the support of both hands. Now, out of the gym, there was beautiful sun leaking out of the rainy dark clouds, and I grabbed I captured a rainbow on the way. Let's see if the memos work. Like here, beautiful rainbow captured. And here is another one. Late night snack with the railway. And this snap I sent to a few persons who were like on the recent list. Also to my sister. Some didn't respond, some did. The persons from the university are there for real. So that it is. Who wouldn't love a fine rainbow on a murky, dusky evening? Other than that, today is the Hanami Cherry Garden Day. I will see if I will be able to visit the cherry garden Roihuvuori in Helsinki. So would be good to see. Would be good to see all that. Till the next time. So continuing on the Sunday afternoon, the weather is really changing from side to side. Sunshine, little bit rainy shower, then again sunshine. It would have been real nice day to visit the cherry garden, but seems like I will go either tomorrow or on Tuesday. Yet I may have time to capture a couple shots outside of the apple trees. And remember guys, when you plant a tree today, and take care of it, then, or even you plant a little garden of trees, then in 10 years, you, your relatives, your relations, their friends are able to enjoy the fruit as long as they have stayed with you and been good to you. So now that my homework and some chores are done, I'm just checking Snapchat real quick. Again, the persons from yesterday rainbow. First, there is just some beer. One is having once, not bad. Come, real nice picture. We got compliments for the rainbow, and I'm having this pink pants on. We are just gonna send a pinky picture with the pants. That goes to the persons. That goes to the persons who replied to these rainbows. Yes, it's pinks are the continuum from the rainbows. Anyways, this is it this time. Time flies. On the 16th of May, we are enjoying the cherry garden day. For me, at least. Hello, hello. It is May the 16th, and my hair is living its own life. If you don't mind. Today I made an extempore trip to cherry garden. Had like 5 minutes time to prepare, and I was ready to go. We'd got a drive to go there, so I just show you a one picture here. There you go. And there are many more. I went there spontaneously and met people on the go. I'm really glad that I went. It was half cloudy, yet when I was there, the sunlight was just perfect. So it was warm weather. I could be on this without a jacket, because I actually can't wear a jacket due to this plaster. So went there, really positive experience. It was delightful for me. It cheered up my day, and just now, when it is already this late, I sent snap greetings from the cherry garden. Just took a picture of this this photo on my DSLR camera, send it to the 4 most recent people, and nonetheless, whether they have been in contact or not, and a couple of them already replied, so I'm not really going to. I gotta go to sleep, so not much for that Snaptrack anymore today, but I'm so glad that I could go visit the cherry garden. There are probably these 2 couple days. Yesterday it was Sunday, the main event there, but I didn't go, and I thought that it might be better this way because there were less people today, and we got actually a few good vistas of the old cherry garden where there was not so much bustling people. So in every direction. And with these thoughts, I will see if I got the inspiration to go there yet once again tomorrow, since on Wednesday it will be colder and rainy, and probably the cherry blossoms they will shrivel, and yeah, it's over in a few days sometimes. With these thoughts, have a good night. In a waiting room at the hospital, paying a control visit to check out this. We just took the X-ray photographs, and meanwhile waiting, I have this brief while to check out this snap track. All cool. This is just me interacting over the distance. No more, no less. And this is the genuine me. You know, it is the mystery how a man thinks over the distance when they are, typing their keyboards. But now you know, this is the serious for that. This snap track and the rest of this diary over distance, But apart from that, my most heartfelt recommendation for anybody to close the gap and meet in presence. But this is the vibes over distance, Maybe it's pussy vibes only. Sometimes, not only, but sometimes. And sometimes it is the D vibes, D major, let's say, on the notes, D major. And sometimes D stands for dip, Anyways, we go back to Snaptrack. Yesterday I didn't even, had a time to much check this out, so here we were. Last time I sent greetings from the cherry garden, so let's go one by one. Only smiling faces. What is up? The best guitarist in Järvenpää High School, and then some pictures from work conditions. My biceps is taking a rest. The on and off call. Let's see if they gets up to speed. Oh, they are on the bed. Yes. No time limit, so encouraging that she activated herself. So I just sent. It is invigorating when you activate it. Another guy here who says that they are leaving to Malaga on 15th of June. I'm just giving thumbs up, checking out the man. This girl here is having her usual my story post to check out who just this morning I discussed about this, that if these girls post their flirty pictures on my story, then they may await for some commentary about it. Of course, better if it's positive, but if you post pelvis or lean forwards and show your titties, to my story that is, and even write a text that snap me, that is kind of a flirty invitation, and it is the same if you say it in text form. Posting a flirty picture, it is the same as posting, some flirty text form, If you do that, then, have the open mind to welcome and receive. I usually only way how I, if I check those a few recent my stories there, the way how I comment on them is that I usually say a thing about my life, a matter about my life, what I am doing. For an example, recently it was the cherry blossom series, so if a girl post a selfie or selfie on their my story, I may just comment that the cherry blossoms are now afresh and just opening. Still creates that sense of humor there if you get it. And that is it. I usually only use the creative second to comment about some relevant or recent happening on my side. And then we will see if they have the creativity to interact with that. If they have the creativity, the understanding, the open mind to continue conversation from there. Since life is moving on anyways, and you and I am not expecting much over this distance. However, this is exemplifying the character I am over the distance. Use a metaphor to see that this is kind of a movie, but actually this is just a real man over distance, how I'm feeling, about this. And that is the major added value here. Of course, I am surprised by, but I'm not expecting, I don't need, any wide audience for this. I'm not expecting girls for this. This is for the educational purposes to exemplify the communication over distance. And those who want to interpret this in a way how, if there is any criticism, those who want to, they can interpret this series the way how they would see that they can improve even their communication. But I am not making this in a way of tutorial or how to do it. It is up to your effort and interpretation to do those notes about how you would like the communication and the interactions over distance to be improved. It's up to you or whoever watches this series. But on my behalf, I am just, how I feel about this and distance in the moment, in the snaptrack and other type of diary what I may include here on the go, on the fly. But that it is, there is no more than that. There is no kind of a goal or anything else, just to give a living example of the culture over distance, and there you can do your own takeaways, how you interpret it, how you watch it, whether you take it as a tragic comedy or just comedy, or whether you kind of feel like and then if you regard the whole, then you see that there are soft moments and then there are harder moments in terms of criticism, probably. And again, those normal conversations in between. And this is the exemplifying commentary of that. Take it how you want it, take it or leave it. it's all cool, it's all calm and collected. And you know what? Once again, I'm not making this in a way that this would entice a wide or big audience, because I'm not going to act here or say or behave some way which I wouldn't by myself. So I am the real man here, the way how I think over the distance, how I, use the creative second to interact there. And I think that this way is much better than reaching for the wider audience. You know why? It is better for me that those people who cannot come along with me, who cannot, with who I don't get along, it is better that they naturally fade away. They, drop it, and thereby the interactions that are there, that remain there, they are for real, they are more genuine, they are there to explore further, they are there for adventures. And I would even estimate that 95% of girls, they don't, because they cannot interact in a way that would be curious or enticing or interesting for me. So the first minute when I interact with them, they either can't say anything or they say something, and for me it is like, and then it is like farewell, have a nice day, from there. So my point is that I'm not going to reach here for the wider audience, because that is not beneficial anyway. I want to reach for the few who are able to come along, who have the understanding and the open mind that they can communicate in a proper way, that has mutual confidence, and that they have the kind of self-esteem that is enough invigorating for me, and enough actionable, enough making life happen, and everybody is, enough in their own way, but this is the interactions where I participate, they are meant for those who can participate on that specific personal wavelength that comes along, that I come along with them, they come along with me, and so forth. I explain and direct this definitely this way, just to make clear, because there are the majority of people, or the most of people, would be like, well, their emotions may awake in a way that, or in a sense that they kind of, it raises question marks how they should interpret the person. When they watch a piece of series, they thought that I was more of the harder person in that, with that criticism, because they know the softer person of me, and that created the kind of confusion, and they thought that they would be criticized because of that if they would have been in relation to me. But once again, this is how a man interacts in the creative second over the distance, in the while that is passing distance. No more, no less. This is the culture of communication over distance, no more, no less. In presence, we are completely different persons, and that is one point of the series. This is just to exemplify that according to my experience, people are, they would say something, they would snap something over distance what they would normally not do when interacting face to face. So this is just exemplifying the culture where these apps have taken us. When I come up with some normal conversation that what is happening, cherry garden is blossoming, or when girls post selfies and I comment something like a pookish moment here, they, some of them are not able to behave in a proper way. They use swear words because over distance girls have learned that now they can go straight into the test mode and so forth. These are just examples of that culture over distance. Anyone who watches, they can interpret this in a way how they would improve the possible sticking points which they see there, and then, innovate the kind of communication from this mirror. When you watch a mirror, then you might see what you have to improve in your hair. So this is the mirror that you could watch and see what you could improve in your conversation. But I am not telling you how to. I am not giving you a tutorial. I'm just giving you the mirror and a little bit more with the nuances. This is the best way to exemplify it because I'm not focusing on the passing distance part in my books. My books are more focusing about the living relations. And this is over distance, so this is the more better way to discuss about the passing distance part and have the conversations about that. With these thoughts, cheers, happy. So here over the distance are those gulls who the 19th of May. A quick update this evening from underneath the apple tree when they are yet still in blossom, white blossom. Oh, and yeah. The doctor said at the hospital that my arm or hand does not require surgery and this plaster will heal the hand to normal conditions. That is good news. Anyways, where were we? Checking out the snap track. Loyal snappers have replied, but a girl has not. By the way, I have noticed that there are two types of people. Others who are interacting over the distance via Snap, for an example, for fun. They interact for fun, and the others interact for like they think that they can play their cards right. They think that they are playing cards when they interact over the distance, and there are exactly those differences, So here over the distance are those gulls who express themselves by the soul distance itself, how they reply, how they are on off, how they how heedless, careless they are. That is all their communication they can do over the distance, and that is so amusing to me how the distance is taken so kind of seriously that they gotta rethink how they play their cards, because it is obvious how they interact there. From if you think about it, if you are here for the creative second, if you are there for the fun of life, you don't have to. You can let go. But obviously there are these on and off type of girls who have only 10 words in their vocabulary. One is hi, and the rest is in their pelvis and selfies, you know. They don't use any words really. And that is just to illustrate how then those kind of girls or boys, whoever they are, but those kind of girls, they just tell about themselves and actually exemplify this distance, how lightweight it is, how thin the air is. And that is why I'm not going to, I don't even count it as any interaction really. It is just the preset for something else. It is just the planning, it is just the chat, it is just the texting, no more. There is no connection really over the distance, unless you have really met each other already. And my emphasis is that the point of this series is that nobody should take so have any really importance on these float interactions that just hovers in the air on the snap feed. And those who can't really communicate, who can't really express themselves with full phrases, they have only emojis and selfies and belfies. And especially this over the past couple of years, here are those. For an example, this girl here, yesterday at the hospital she had a selfie on her My Story, and yet at the same time she just keeps it delivered, keeps it in delivered. Of course I'm not interested to look at those persons' My Stories, because there is absolutely nothing there. There is nothing, only selfies. It was clear from, without even looking at it, was clear that it is just a selfie. And as I have told you before, I don't see looks before there is connection. I only see the meets the eye, and when there is good connection established, only then I might consider some looks, but before that there's really nothing. And we gotta have these real life examples of persons, and they're not persons really, because these are not persons. There are nothing I want to say or define about these persons, whoever they are, I don't know. But we want real life examples of the behaviors over distance. And those behaviors, even they don't define anything, but they define the thinness of the connection. That is not really a connection, it is just a kind of poking over the distance, and no more of that, unless the persons can realize themselves in a way that they are able to set deepening interaction, whether it is getting to know a little bit more, and then doing an activity, because in presence you will finally get to know um, about the energy, about the real person, not ever over the distance. In presence you will get to know the actual spontaneous character, the gestures, the considerable and heartfelt capacity how they can be with one another. And you cannot really estimate those over the distance. So the part, once again I remind all of you about this, that this part that is titled passing distance, it is really distance, you know. So my emphasis is that no one should ever expect anything over these app interactions. They are just it is just funny how people are kind of holding themselves back over nothing, you know. There is really nothing, so why to even take it so seriously, you know? Why to think that you gotta play card games? Why to think that you gotta be an ace on Snap? Because what one should really do, they just should improve their spontaneous abilities to interact in dry text, in dry pictures. They're dry. It is so dry. Dry, DRY. And if there is no interactions, it is not even a try, because it's nothing, you know. So yet these times when the apps have become popular, people stay behind the distance, and then they suddenly expect so much, because the more you expect, the less you the more you expect over the distance, the more seriously you take this, and the more seriously people take these apps, the less they are able to form proper communication there. That is how I take it. Because if you really are able to let go, then you interact there like you would be normally with persons. If one can't, they, you know, ones can, others can't. Those who can't, they are really holding themselves back from proper human communication. And it is so common over the distance, over these apps, that is just a reason to discuss about the culture on the apps and over the distance, because the expectations expectations have somehow risen so high that it is common, you see, they are unable to really to take the prestige and the privilege to so easily have connection to one another, but they can't now. They can't. It's too easy. So they make what is easy, they make it hard again. And that is really the culture. But it just takes a while, a minute on the snap track. We see the first is the greetings from the oh, what happened to my arm?
Joo, töissä.
Yeah, they are working.
Joo, töissä.
And then the gym. It just take a while. It's take a while. Not so much. A while under the apple trees. I'm typing by my I'm typing by my one hand, so even one-handed guy can um, have write some proper words here. But to those game, those girls who play games over the distance, we got a real man is just heedless. We keep going forwards on the way. So even for them, even for those who are still learning to communicate, even for those, I can send greetings from the apple trees. And that is what those on and off type of calls, that is what they wish for. They wish that the man sends them multiple text or multiple snaps because they think that it rises their stock. They think that the man is coming after me, but we are running away from you. We are running away from anybody who gotta play games here. But let them think so. It is just, takes one click more to include them who are in their essence. Greetings to the players. And there we go. That is it. Creative second with one hand. Another is keeping my laptop on. So it has been a good while under the cherry. No, not cherry. Apple trees. Let's see if it is about 10 Celsius degrees here. Let's see how windy it is. I might visit the cherry garden once again. Till the next time.
So this is also all trying to joke with you sometimes. Okay. Alright, you need to go. I don't come on 4,000, so I am not. Yeah, this is 4,000. Look how they feel.
Hello, to wrap up, it is the 12th of May. It is not so cold and not so windy, not so rainy outside. So if we get over this day without the cherry leaves, and if the cherry leaves abstain from withering out, if we get over this day, then there is warmer days ahead on Monday and Tuesday. Probably gonna see if I make another visit to the garden No more than a quick check to the Snaptrack this time. There are only the usual ones doing their thing, you know. So it is not much more than this. And oh, by the way, there is again the my story trend, and so I checked this my story just to show you that it is moi again, and this is the new trend, I think. So kind of mirror pictures with your own phone in line, and that is it. There are greetings to every direction, and the creative second would be a curious. Why not a question even if it's soft and enough pleasing to their standpoint of, being the poser. So why not to ask if you could be famous for anything, what would you become? That would probably entice for such a person they are. Thank you for watching. If this series goes forward, we will the journey will continue from the earlier days. Keep yourself safe and stay strong every day towards the fresh adventures. Together we go. Poof.